Power for EV1 and EV2 are on.
Houston, the surge time was 10:34.
Houston copies.
The first F-18, we've got 10:31 and EV1, 10:32 and EV2.
Airlock Houston, we copy. We were looking for the serial numbers of the removed canisters. We were expecting 5 and 6. Can you give us a read of those?
Good morning once again.
Came out of EV1, 6 came out of EV2.
Houston copy. Those are good numbers. Thanks.
Good morning. It's Thursday, January 30th, and I'm NASA's Nilofer Ramji here in Mission Control Houston. We are coming to you live in the International Space Station's Flight Control Room as we begin our coverage of US EVA 92. Today's spacewalk includes 2 NASA crew members, Expedition 72 Commander Suni Williams and Expedition 72 Flight Engineer Butch Wilmore.
Airlock Houston on 1. Hey, we got a copy of dry sublimator for EV2 earlier, but we never had positive confirmation of EV1. Could we get a sublimator inspection, please?
Suni Williams, who will be known as EV1, will be wearing the suit with the red stripes.
GMT and step 21 is 10:38.
The pair are halfway through the pre-breathing techniques in preparation for today's spacewalk. The pre-breathe helps to prepare the duo to avoid any decompression sickness. That's done by removing the nitrogen from the bloodstream as they leave the high-pressure environment of the International Space Station and enter into the vacuum of space. There are 3 primary tasks planned for US EVA 92 today. NASA Astronaut Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore will remove a radio frequency group antenna assembly, or RFG, from the station's truss. The second task, they will collect samples of surface material for analysis from the Destiny Laboratory and the Quest airlock to see whether microorganisms may exist on the exterior of the orbital complex. And then finally, they will prepare a spare elbow joint for the Canadarm2 robotic arm in the event it is needed for a replacement. The top priority this morning is to remove the RFG and return it to the ground for refurbishment. The RFG, as I mentioned earlier, is the radio frequency group, which is an S-band antenna. Now that pre-breathe has been completed, the 2 astronauts are starting to get removed from the attachments inside of the Quest airlock of the space station. Their safer units, or the simplified aid for rescue needed in case of emergencies, is being attached. This is where Nick Hague and Don Pettit have come into play to help assist them before eventually moving the crew into the crew lock that you see kind of behind them on the screen. Astronauts do stay safe during spacewalks by wearing a safer. So safer is worn like a backpack and uses small jet thrusters to let an astronaut move around in space. If an astronaut were to become untethered or float away, SAFER would help them fly back to the spacecraft. And astronauts control SAFER with a small joystick, kind of like on a video game. In other words, SAFER provides stability, thrust, and maneuverability back to safety. Once this step is complete, the crew will then enter into the crew lock and the hatch will close. Then we can expect decompression of the hatch to meet up with the pressure of the vacuum of space. It will then equalize before the crew can egress to begin their day's journey.
Okay, my local is on. I'm ready for you to come in.
All right, here we go.
And Sunny, we'd like you to double check your yellow hook. Just one last thing.
Sorry about that.
Thanks for checking me. Yellow hook, spider lock, black on black.
And Butch,
Oh,
when you get
yellow.
outside, if you give us your tether config.
Okay.
On your screen right now, you do see Suni Williams with EV1 with the red stripes going through her procedures as she continues to emerge. And once she is all set, we will start to see EV2, Butch Wilmore, emerging from the hatch as well. And that is coming up as we speak.
I'm on your way, Charlie.
As our two crew emerge for today's spacewalk, the space station is currently flying 260 miles above Madrid, Spain. The crew aboard completing this morning's EVA, Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore, are configuring their tethers, and we recently just confirmed a good safety tether check.
All right, up here. Airlight on 0500, pretty high. Coming across.
You are looking at live views of the two crew members completing today's EVA or conducting today's EVA. They are currently translating over to the work site on external stowage platform number 2 to begin their radio frequency group work for this morning's EVA.
All right, just a warning here. Avoid contact with the RFG MMOD strikes with sharp edge concerns near the ACTRA, near the NZGLs.
Copy.
You too.
Coming into your view right now is Suni Williams with the red stripes and otherwise known as EV1.
Do not exert more than 7 pounds into the high gain antenna. Minimize loads into the low gain antenna. Avoid the white paint on the radio frequency group, and minimize loading into the fat face of the clamshell.
The International Space Station is currently 260 miles above Earth, flying over southern Russia.
And Sunny, when you get out there, you have a go to remove the quarter turn fasteners.
Okay. I've got 3 quarter turn fasteners on the front face undone.
All right, and then you also have the ones on the stanchion side if you can get those.
2 quarter fasteners. Yep, 2 quarter fasteners on the stanchion. Undone.
That sounds right. So you have a go to translate to ESP2 with 5. Butch, when you get that bag stowed, you can verify the 3-stage long wire tie on the clamshell is fully installed.
Okay.
And I am at first spot, putting the ATFR in the correct position that it will go in. This is 12 Papa Lima. Can I see the robotic arm?
Hey, Sunny. We're configured, ready to GCA to the published, which is going to be about 2¼ meters station aft.
Okay, that sounds great.
And Steve, before we start that, just want to make sure you got all the comm outs you need.
All right, give me one last second. Just Sunny verifying it's 12 Papa Lima 6 to install that APFR. And Butch,
Yes, sir.
you have a go to release.
Papa. Message.
Copy, Sunny.
This is Mission Control Houston. We are about 22 minutes into this morning's spacewalk. The crew is approaching the radio frequency group worksite.
And then check the clamshell for snugness and port that. And with that, Nick, you have a go.
Okay, copy that. Thanks, Steve. Okay, Sonny, we're going to start the GCA. Going to start motion station aft, 2¼ meters.
Okay, station aft.
Motion.
I seem good motion.
Copy, good motion. Okay, you got about another meter to go, Sonny.
Sounds right. Seem good, Nick. Coming.
Another half meter.
I'd say you can start ramping out in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we have stop motion.
I think this is a good position. GCA complete.
Copy that. Brakes are going on.
This is Mission Control Houston. You can see in front of your screen right now Suni Williams, who is getting ready to install a portable foot restraint on the Canadarm2 robotic arm. The robotic arm is being operated from the interior of the space station by NASA astronaut Nick Hague. EV1, or Suni Williams, will take the portable foot restraint and install it onto the robotic arm as I just shared, and then ingress the foot restraint and move to her work site for the RFG.
So, which I might need your hand over here.
We are about 27 minutes into this morning's EVA, slightly ahead of schedule. This view coming to you live is from Suni Williams' helmet cam. She is working to install the portable foot restraint on the Canadarm2 robotic arm so she can translate over to the RFG worksite. This view coming to you live is from the helmet cam of EV1, or Suni Williams. Williams is ingressing onto the portable foot restraint, and you can see that happening live in front of your screen right now. Once on that foot restraint, we will receive the go for the robotic arm to take her over to the radio frequency group worksite.
That is good news.
All right, we'll just need a glove and half check sometime in the next.
We are standing by for that go for the Canadarm2 robotic arm to take Suni Williams over to the RFG worksite.
Sonny, are you ready for me to do the manual back off?
I am ready for manual back off. That motion. Is it a good motion? See good motion?
Hey, good motion.
And that robotic arm is in operation with Nick Hague operating it from inside the space station, taking EV1 or Suni Williams over to her RFG worksite. For those of you just joining us, EV1, worn with the red stripes, is Suni Williams, and EV2 with no stripes is Butch Wilmore. Good views coming in of NASA astronaut Suni Williams on the robotic arm, headed over to the RFG or radio frequency group worksite.
Steve, you can have the comm back now. I'm going to configure for the JOCAS.
Yeah, copy that. And Butch, we told you it was going to be tight back there. It'll get a little tighter once you get in position to help Suni out here in a few minutes.
And once again, for those of you who are just joining us, RFG removal is a top priority for this morning's EVA.
And Butch and Suni, we're going to take your Hector cameras off from the ground. No issues for you. We'll get back to you when they come back.
You on copy? Copy, Steve.
Suni, we're configured to take you to the intermediate point. It's a 2-minute JOCAS.
Okay, I'm ready.
Motion.
Good motion?
Motion.
There you see that robotic arm operated by Nick Hague, who is inside the space station, moving Suni Williams over to the radio frequency group worksite. Things are going nominally this morning as we are 42 minutes and counting into this morning's spacewalk. Spacewalk, U.S. Spacewalk number 92. We are in orbital night right now as the space station is flying over the Pacific Ocean just north of Australia.
Feel the ramp out?
We're in position hold. Stand by while we reconfigure to get you to the RFG back off.
Stand by. I see you. I see you too.
Butch Wilmore is already at the RFG worksite, and he's just waiting on his counterpart, Suni Williams, as she makes her way there to begin the third attempt on the removal of the radio frequency group for this morning's EVA. On the bottom right side of your screen, you can see some movement over there. That is Butch Wilmore. And on the top, translating on the robotic arm using the portable foot restraint, we have Suni Williams. They are both meeting up to begin work on the radio frequency group.
Yeah, there's the TV.
Okay, Suni, that's the aft back-off position. Stand by while I can reconfigure.
And you can see Suni Williams on the top of your screen there, capturing some images of the work site.
Suni and Butch, we're going to be bringing your Is back on. Sonny, take your time on this GCA. We got plenty of time. Just give yourself the opportunity to get in good position, and you can optimize it as you need to. And Butch, hopefully you'll be in a good position to help her out.
I hope so too.
Copy that, Steve.
Centimeters.
Actually, looks really good. Have to keep coming in.
Okay, that's published.
Okay, I think I'm going to need at least 30 more in, but let's take 20 in, see how that goes.
Okay, copy 20, body in.
Body in.
Starting motion.
All 5 of them.
Okay, that's 20.
Okay, I think I'm going to need another 15 in. I'll be all right. I just got to watch my head here.
Yep. Okay, it's clear right now.
Yep, 15 in, and I can leave to the left.
As we approach the 1 hour mark of this morning's
Yep, lean
EVA,
back.
on the left side of your
15
screen you can
in.
see Suni
Yep,
Williams,
start
and on the right you can see Butch Wilmore. The two are in front of the radio frequency group worksite, beginning some of the work for this morning.
motion. 15.
Another 15.
Any room on your head?
Yeah,
Okay, another 15.
I can't see your feet.
Motion.
got my feet. Motion.
That's fine.
Okay, there's your 15.
Okay, I think I'm going to need
You can come up.
maybe up just about 10 centimeters.
Plenty of room.
Okay, I'm going to take you toward your head, body up 10 centimeters. There's motion.
Okay, so good motion.
That's 10 centimeters.
Okay, let me lean in and see what I can get to. I can get to 2.
Got plenty of room on your head.
Okay, I think another 10 up. 10 body up.
Okay, 10 body up. Starting motion.
Clearance.
And then 10 more in after that.
There's 10 up.
Okay, how about 10 more in?
I'll be taking you 10 body in. Okay, that's 10 body in.
Okay, so I've got my hands easily on starboard, outer, inner, and those port ones are a little bit harder. Can you go body left? How does that look?
Yeah, so as long as you can clear your plus, your shoulder, your helmets, I can take you left. There's clearance with the arm.
Okay,
You're close, but you've got some room.
yeah, probably about left 5 centimeters.
Okay, copy left 5. Starting motion. That's 5 to the left.
Okay. We should try it.
Bit's right here.
Okay. It has a tether on it.
It does.
Let me go brakes on.
Okay, copy. You want brakes on?
Brakes on, let's try it.
Okay, brakes on, GCA complete.
GCA complete, and Sonny, you have plenty of time to maneuver as you need to. You need to both prep the trash bags for the RTV removal, but you should get in a good position for retrieving the RTV, so you can put it in your trash bag if needed. And when you're ready, you can pass the Miranda Nelson sock puppet to Sonny, so she can get that on and let us know how you're doing.
He's got the sock puppet. She's trying. She's working it.
I have little flakes of it coming off. A little piece.
They get Velcro actually on the RTV. That's the ultimate design, but hopefully it comes off even without that.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you can pull that sock puppet all the way up your head. And Sonny, watch your right hand to avoid the sharp edges on the bulkhead.
This view is from Suni Williams' helmet camera. You can see her wearing an additional protective layer over her glove as she begins to remove the rubber applied to the bolts on the aft wedge clamps.
I'm trying to stay away.
These bolts are some of the bolts that have been held stubbornly in place during the last two EVAs. As mentioned, the radio frequency group removal is the top priority for this morning's EVA.
All right, Sonny, I understand that you've got the bolt head cleaned up enough for RTV.
The duo have removed the RTV from the wedge clamp nuts, so that is good progress on the removal of today's RFG for today's spacewalk.
Might try the far one first, actually.
Yeah, looking at your reach, looks like you might be able to just check that one first just to see if you're going to need GCA at the end. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Has it turned? Are you sure it's turned?
I thought it turned at the beginning because I saw the black line on the washers turn. I'm looking at it a little close enough. There we go.
And Butch, are you feeling loading on the wrench as she turns?
Little. Not much. Those washers really got a lot of pressure.
See two threads on there still.
And you think you have 2 turns?
Not exactly sure. I'm working it, so I see threads on there. Let me just do a little bit more. Bye. On it.
Oh. I feel that.
Oh, that's a good sign that you're
Looks like
actually
I have to
loaded.
turn more. Yeah. Feel anything there?
I did that time. More so than the others.
You don't feel a wiggle?
No wiggle.
All right, sounds like you're getting turns now. You might look at the threads. And
Yeah, I think before. I probably have like one.
Yeah, I think you got like 1 turn.
Yeah. But the threads are slim now. Like 1 or 2. There's a little wiggle. Actually, I see the washers moving.
all right, we'll
A
see
little wiggle?
moving
Yeah,
there
Not
a
much,
little bit.
though.
And you still see
Yeah, there's
2
not
threads
much
or
wiggle, though.
1 thread showing their...
Oh!
I see like 1 thread showing. That's why I stopped.
There's a little wiggle.
Yeah, I see the washers
Not much.
bouncing
Not
around.
like the video.
Yeah.
All right, copy. I think you got 2 turns. I think we're seeing a wiggle. Let me get feedback here.
So you can see views from Suni Williams' helmet cam right now as they continue work at their RFG or radio frequency group work
You
site.
go to the next one?
Just trying to get the RTD off, you know. Be
All
safe,
right.
say we can.
I'm on it.
And Sonny and Butch,
Go ahead,
just before
try.
you move on, let me double check one thing. Do you feel confident you had
Okay.
2 full turns that Butch could feel, or where do you think you really are in the turn count? Based on the thread.
I think maybe less than 2 full turns. I'm just a little concerned about how small the amount are at the end. You see where my finger is right now, Steve?
Okay, I understand.
Oh, you want to turn the heck back on?
Heck is back on for now, so we're taking our
I
time
see
here.
wiggle when you're doing that, yeah. Yeah.
All right. We think if you
I think you said you've turned the...
if you're seeing wiggle, you've released the compression on it, and you have a good to go for 2 turns on each of the following bolts. Make sure Butch is feeling the loading, and give us the turn count as you go along. And we're going to turn your heckers back off here in a minute to keep them cool.
I think I turned it without having Butch on it last time. That's why I got a little confused with the turn count.
Oh, no, that's completely
Right, I'm on.
understandable.
Okay.
I mean, this is all development, so let us know as you go along and keep us posted because we don't have that view anymore.
Good con between our ground IV, Stephen Bowen, and Suni Williams as the RFG bolts continue to be removed. The RFG is a group of S-band antenna. It was unable to be released from the station mounting during previous EVAs, so this time with a specially designed tool or a specially designed wrench, Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore are working to remove that. That RFG is just in front of Suni to her right side. We can see it on our screen.
We actually have a pretty good view at the bottom of our screen of you two working together.
No, I'm not on it. There's nothing there.
Then you're not on it?
I don't know if I'm on it or not, but do it again, turn it. Let it move my hand again. I'm not on it.
Butch Wilmore's helmet can coming into view right now as the crew works at the RFG worksite.
Keep that tool.
Do you feel like you might be there?
No. Oh, there we go. Now I'm on it.
Okay. The quarter of a turn. Quarter of a turn.
That one I didn't feel. Oh, I've got it up against the thing. Well, hang on. Now I'll do it.
Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm on it.
Good job. That's about quarter of a turn. More turn up. Put it on here. I got wiggle.
Is it wiggling?
I got washers moving.
Is it wiggling when I do this?
Yeah, it is wiggling.
Well, you only got 3/4 of a turn.
Let's do a little bit more on that one.
And Sonny, when you get done, you can give us the thread count showing. That will be helpful as well.
Sorry, Steve, say one more time.
Don, once you think you've got
Thread
2
count.
turns, let us know the thread count above the nut.
Yeah, it's like the same as the other ones. The washers are very loose here now, and I've got like about 1.5 threads, maybe, on that one.
All right, copy 1.5
When we go down there, I
threads.
think that's pretty loose.
And you think you get about 2 turns, maybe a little less.
I can't see this one, so.
I'll do a little bit more. Just a little bit more. That. When you're doing that, I see wiggle up here.
Okay.
Tell me when you're on.
I think I'm on. Let's see if we can make it move. Again. Yep, I'm on it.
You on it the first time?
Halfway.
A half a turn there. Quarters of a turn. We go. Quarter of a turn. Minute.
Do another. Hang on.
This is Mission Control Houston. We are about 1 hour and 25 minutes into this morning's spacewalk. The crew continue to work at the Radio Frequency Group worksite on external stowage platform 2. Everything continues to move ahead, and we are actually ahead of the published timeline, so ahead of schedule this morning.
Is that wiggling?
It's pretty snug still. Is it turning?
Yeah, it's turning up here.
We'll do this. Let's go to 2.
All right. All right, here we go.
I'm on it. I think you came off of it. I think the bolt head came off. I mean the wrench.
Ratchet?
I think the wrench came off. I think he got it at an angle.
Pretty close to the edge.
Is it?
Hold on. There's more.
This view coming to you live is from Butch Wilmore's helmet camera. You can see Suni Williams there using a specially designed wrench to loosen some bolts on the radio frequency group. As I mentioned, we are ahead of schedule, which is always great news. About 1 hour and 27 minutes into this morning's spacewalk.
You can still go for GCA if you need to get into a slightly better position in there. If you need to get that bolt ratchet on the bolt head a little better. We've got plenty of time. It sounds like you've got
Yeah, take a break.
How about 10 yeah, I'll do a GCA to about like this way.
Right now you're clear.
Yeah.
You're closer to your left side than you are your...
Right, yeah, I see. How about if I just
So your right side than you are your left.
10 body up? That's it.
Okay, Sonny, you want to go 10 body up?
Yep. You're ready. Okay.
I cannot see your arms in the way, so you're right clear.
Yeah.
You do that and then come in after he does his 10?
Yeah.
Okay, Sonny, I'm configured. We can go 10 body up, and you've got clearance for your helmet and shoulders.
I do.
Starting motion.
Here's a view from Suni Williams' helmet camera. You can see her working at the Radio Frequency Group worksite.
Still good motion?
Good motion. Okay, that's 10 body up.
How about 10 body in?
Copy, 10 body in, going forward. Starting motion.
Yep. Motion?
Good motion. That's 10 body in.
Okay, let me see what that gives me, and then I'll tell you if it's good enough.
You are clear of the antenna.
Okay, let's call that good enough. Brakes, GCA complete, brakes on. Gets you.
Copy, brakes are on, GCA complete.
Like if you guys are ready and you are confident, I think we're ready to transfer the ratchet wrench back to EV2. And Butch, you can stow that, and we'll be able to pick up here with the GCA. Let us know what you think.
Ratchet is transferred back to EV2. I'm going to lean back out of this area.
Suni Williams will eventually get back onto the robotic arm, which will be operated by NASA astronaut Nick Hague on the inside of the space station, and return to the forward face of the stowage platform. Once returning to the forward face, Suni Williams will continue work on the removal of the radio frequency group.
1 more meter to go.
And there on your screen, you can see Suni Williams on the Canadarm2 robotic arm as NASA astronaut Nick Hague operates it from the inside. This is all happening while the International Space Station is 260 miles above Earth, flying over the North Atlantic Ocean. That robotic arm in movement right now.
Motion.
Taking Suni Williams over to her next work site.
I see you moving.
I got.
There's no place to BRT up here that I can give you.
Dan, not being a good geography person, are we flying over South America?
Europe, South America, sometimes it all looks the same from there.
Mountains.
And the International Space Station is currently flying just south of London. These views are coming to you live right now from the International Space Station. On the top left side of your screen, you can see NASA astronaut Suni Williams on the Canadarm2 robotic arm as she makes her way to the next work site to continue the removal of the radio frequency group.
And Butch, we've got 20 seconds to hand over, but I need you to double check that both of your saber handles are still down.
Stand by.
Okay, Suni, we're position hold. We're going to load in the next geocast.
Okay, stand by.
Copy, good motion.
On your screen in front of you right now, you see NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore. He is continuing his work at the RFG worksite, waiting for his fellow spacewalker to join him to continue the rest of the procedures.
One meter to go.
Target. Attack also.
Half meter.
Target.
Looking good.
Suni, you may want to pull back your ingress aid just a little bit.
A view from Suni Williams' helmet cam as she approaches the work site.
There's published. Let me know what
On the right side of your screen, that is the RFG, the famous radio frequency group that is to be removed during today's EVA.
More.
Copy at 5.
Just to give me a little bit more purchase on this.
Continuing motion, 5 more centimeters. Okay, there's 5.
Okay. Actually, that's pretty good. I would say A complete.
You're happy? We'll move brakes on.
Yeah, I'm happy.
It's coming on. GCA complete.
All right, so the crew are getting ready to remove that radio frequency group. A top priority in this morning's spacewalk. With about 1 hour and 57 minutes into today's spacewalk. This stunning view coming to you live from the International Space Station as NASA astronaut Suni Williams works on the removal of the radio frequency group, an S-band antenna that has been attempted to be removed on 2 previous EVAs. That was EVA 86, followed by EVA 89. And speaking of EVA 86, that was NASA astronaut Stephen Bowen who participated in that attempt at removal of the RFG. And Stephen Bowen is our ground IV this morning. Stephen also helped to design a specially designed wrench in removing today's RFG. The crew are currently working to release the RFG structural bolts. There are 4 of these bolts. They're working from the innermost bolt to the outermost, alternating sides. The current bolt that you see being removed is the second of the 4 bolts.
Just double checking that is the second from the left as you view it.
Yes, it is. Okay, second from the port is undone, popped out as well.
And you can do the most starboard.
11 turns.
11 turns, got it.
Okay. 11 turns, that bolt popped out.
All right, should be 1 to go. Bolt Juliet, portmost.
And the most port.
And there we just heard the confirmation of 3 out of the full 4 bolts being removed, just waiting on the final bolt before the RFG can be fully removed.
Turns as well, and that one popped out.
All right, just verify all 8 structural bolts have popped out.
All 8 structural bolts have popped out.
So the PGT and the swing arm?
Right.
PGT stowed, and you have
You tried it?
You got to go to remove the RFD from the stanchion. Butch to assist as needed.
I am not feeling motion, but are you seeing anything?
No. I'm not.
Sharon, you didn't have any initial motion, and Bush isn't seeing anything in the back.
Oh.
Okay. Now, Sonny, Butch, we're going to step into the crib sheet. And first step is, Sonny, just double check that all those 8 structural bolts have popped out. You can kind of plunge them with your finger just to make sure they move.
Yeah, the far starboard one, let me try it one more time.
Okay.
You can see the springing is springing, but it's not as far out as the others.
So the far starboard one, okay, so it's alpha 4, counterclockwise 2, 30.5 when you're ready.
This is Mission Control Houston here in the International Space Station Flight Control Room. We are about 2 hours and 7 minutes into today's spacewalk. While the crew are in the process of removing the RFG, or the radio frequency group.
And I'll give you the next step.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sonny, can you lift up and pull?
And Sonny, the guidance key
It almost feels like there's another bolt holding it.
attempt rocking in all directions while pulling out.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. It feels like something else is holding it in there.
Okay, so it hasn't moved at all. You've moved in all different directions, and the next thing is to retrieve the bolt puller. Let us know when you've got it, and we'll say how to install it.
I haven't.
I'm sorry. First correction is EVA hammer, not the bolt puller. So let's go for the hammer first, Butch.
If I want to pull up, which I'm probably going to have to DCA just a little bit because it's like right in front of my arms, right? So if I want to go up, I need to come up probably 10 centimeters on a DCA.
And
Let me do that real quick.
Yep, Sonny, if you want to do GCA, now's
Sure.
a great time to do it. So, Nick, you have a go to pick up with the GCA.
Yep.
Okay, copy that. And Sonny, you want to go, you said 10 centimeters body up?
Yes. No, but we're on the front of the ESP, but sort of two axes to get me up. 10 centimeters up or so. Doesn't have to be precise.
Copy, 10 centimeters. Okay, Sonny, here's body up.
Feels going back down. Stand by. Stop. Stop motion.
Stop.
I was going toward my feet. I need to go toward my head. So, station.
I'm commanding in station coordinates, so stand by. I'll get to internal.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonny, I'm configured. We're working internal coordinates now, so I can take you body up. How far do you want to go?
Probably 15 centimeters.
Centimeters body up.
Motion. How about 10 more?
Butch, Wilmer, or EV2 is just in front of her on the other side,
copy, Sonny.
working
And
on the
I'm
same
looking
procedure.
at the toes relative to that boot plate or the scuff plate that's down around here. I can give you 10 more centimeters.
Okay, 10 is good. Motion.
Copy, good motion. There's 10.
Okay. That'll give me a little bit of up.
If you're happy with it, I'll go brakes on.
Yep, happy with that. Sorry, brakes on.
All right, copy, brakes on. I see Butch has the hammer. He's getting in position. Sonny, make sure you're in a good position to give it some wiggles again. All right, and you're going to go to use that, and you can do that while you're moving the RFG there, Sonny.
I'm trying.
You can see there that the crew is using the soft edge hammer to try and remove the RFG tool.
You seeing anything there?
There's some movement going on. At about 2 hours and 18 minutes into today's spacewalk, this view coming to you from Suni Williams' helmet camera as she gets another tool out to continue the removal of the radio frequency group. We will continue to follow along on this coverage of US EVA 92, the 274th spacewalk in support of space station assembly, upgrades, and maintenance.
All right, Sonny, I'm configured for the manual approach, so we'll start the GCA.
Okay. Published plus. Right.
Yep, we're going to go to the published station aft, about 2.5 meters.
Roger.
There's motion.
Motion.
The space station is currently 260 miles off of Earth, flying over Bulgaria as we reach the 3.5-hour mark into today's spacewalk.
Okay, Sonny, a little over a meter to go. I fed in a little port and station nadir.
That looks good. Perfect. Coming.
We can see Suni Williams approaching the other side of the radio frequency group. As the duo attempt to remove this S-band antenna from stowage platform 2 aboard the International Space Station.
Ten more centimeters.
Great.
Okay, there's published.
Okay. Be complete.
Okay, copy. GCA complete.
Okay, with GCA complete, Sonny will need you to get
All right, Steve.
a RET onto the RFG. Let me know when that's done.
Got my large small hook on the RFG. My PGT out.
All right, we're looking at Alpha 4, counterclockwise 2, and it should be at
1.
30.5.
Alpha. Alpha 4, counterclockwise 2.
And you should have 2 bolts there, Bravo and Juliet. And
That was Bravo.
all right, pick one, and it's 11 turns, and it should be released.
Pretty quick. Good. Clockwise 2. Alpha 4, counterclockwise 2. That was Bravo.
Copy, Bravo.
13 turns. The torque is out.
Juliet is out. If you could verify all 8 structural bolts are popped out, just give them a quick poke and make sure they pop back out.
All are out.
All right, that's good.
All right.
GT,
Ready to
swing
throw
on.
this? We're arm and stowed. Are you ready for this, Steve?
If you got everything stowed, everything's been checked, you can try and remove the RFG from the stanchion. And Butch, if you're in a good position, we can take the hammer to the soft dock stanchion.
Doing both. Golly, this thing is not moving.
It's not moving.
It is not moving. Oof. Budging.
It's not budging.
Okay. All right, so our next thing is we are going to go to the bolt pullers. And Butch, I'd actually like you to hand one of those bolt pullers to Sonny, and Sonny, if you could put it on one of your rets.
This is Mission Control Houston. We are at 3 hours and 41 minutes into today's spacewalk, while Williams and Wilmore continue to pull the RFG off its stanchion. Suni Williams just broke a record while completing the tasks on today's spacewalk. And this spacewalk continues and this record continues to mount as she continues today's spacewalk. Suni Williams just surpassed former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson's EVA record of aggregate record of 60 hours and 21 minutes. And once again, that record keeps mounting at each passing minute. Suni Williams will have 9 spacewalks completed after today's EVA, while Peggy Whitson still has 10 under her belt. But once again, NASA astronaut Suni Williams in red stripes during today's EVA just surpassed the record of the total EVA hours by a female astronaut.
All right, Butch, can you get any load forward and aft instead of just up and down with the pry bars back there? You might turn the bars around and put the hook end in.
I'm trying. Again, the hook end, it's hard to get in.
You can try 2 pry bars
All right,
if you can.
wiggle, Sonny.
Like it's stuck at the front now?
It does. It looks like it because this backside's moving.
I'm wondering if, like, on the sides here where it comes in, I don't know if you guys can see, Steve, but, like, the rails that it rides on is, like, so close on those rails.
All right, that's an interesting observation.
It hit it on either side.
Okay.
I have to get out of the arm for this?
Just assess if you can get it in there to start before we make you get out of the arm.
Okay, so I'm putting the hook in, which means it can be close to, there's something there?
Yep, there should be something, and then just rotate and see if you can pry anything.
There it goes.
There it goes.
Wait, okay. The bolt puller back.
It's free.
Let go of
That was it.
All right, let me get my DRT off the sand rail.
Congratulations.
All right.
And there was much
All
rejoicing.
right. Holy moly. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Oh, maybe that jacking bolt was holding things.
PFR, I've got my hands on.
Holy moly is right. You hear that, we just successfully removed the radio frequency group from the.
I want to double check to make sure you've got a ret to the RFG. Butch, you got to watch your head a little bit, but let's start getting you cleaned up back there. And remember all the loose parts back there. If you see anything floating off, catch them. If you can, let us know which way they're going. Don't touch the base plate.
It's all
There's
floating off.
sharp
I'm
edges.
grabbing it. It's all floating off.
Can and let us know. And we've got plenty of time, so we're in a great config here.
Okay, Steve.
3 hours and 50 minutes into this morning's EVA, and on the third attempt of 2 previous spacewalks, the radio frequency group is finally free from the external stowage platform 2.
I'm configured to do the back off.
Suni Williams is moving that RFG that we can see on our screen. And this took place this morning at 10:33 a.m. Central, 11:33 a.m. Eastern, while the space station is flying above the Indian Ocean.
Motion.
Copy, good motion.
I think just with the weight, it took a little while for me to feel it. Yeah.
Reiterated. Okay, Sonny, we're configured. Here comes motion to the intermediate.
Okay, motion to the intermediate. Exit motion.
Okay.
We see good motion as the Canadarm2 robotic arm takes NASA astronaut Suni Williams, EV1, with the radio frequency group to the airlock of the International Space Station, where Suni Williams will place the RFG into the airlock for future refurbishment.
There's motion.
Motion.
Another half meter to publish.
Roger.
Recently. Okay, Sonny, that is published.
Okay.
Let me know how much further you want to go.
Can you see me? I think I probably need to come in another half meter for you to get the handle. I hang on to the...
I see you.
Let me try and maneuver it now. Or come in a little closer.
I can't reach anywhere near those handles now.
Yeah.
If you need to come in closer.
How about if you give us a half a meter more, Nick?
Okay, half meter, body in.
At 4 hours and 7 minutes into today's spacewalk, the crew is in the process to stow the RFG or radio frequency group in the airlock. Depending on how much time this takes, the flight control team will reevaluate that timeline to see if there's any time to complete other tasks. Ground IV, Stephen Bowen, did share with the crew that we would not be able to complete other tasks, so that's being reevaluated, and we will report back with additional updates as they become available.
Are you going to fly me in more?
Yeah, if you do the red swap.
Yeah. You're going to have to take my red off there?
I got 2 reps on it.
Yeah.
I got one on me. From the...
All right, you can just let it go. Motion.
Good motion.
And we can see NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore on the top of your screen, while Suni Williams is on the bottom of the screen, who is actually holding the RFG and stowing it into the airlock. monitoring that closely to ensure that the RFG is safely stowed in the airlock.
Can't see the other side with the low gain.
You're doing great. Perfect.
That's published.
That's great.
I'll let it go?
You let it go.
All right. Got the donut just on the edge there.
Let it go. Can you lean back?
Yeah, I can lean back. You got it.
Views from outside of the space station right by the airlock, you can see Butch Wilmore's feet as he stows the RFG, and Suni Williams is slowly backing away on the Canada arm to robotic arm.
All right, Butch, now that you're getting back outside, just need a quick word on any flakes you thought might have been coming from the RFG, or if it was just anything else that you saw in there. And I'm going to have you stow the bolt puller while you've got it available before we pick up with micro org.
Where do you want me to stow it?
It's going to go right above you in the airlock toolbox.
Handles are down.
Safer handles are down. Okay, if you want to head right up to the starboard toolbox, we can stow that bolt puller without you having to delay. And we'll get the thermal cover when you come back down. It should only be a couple minutes.
I've already tried to get it now. Thermal cover shut.
Thank you.
The starboardmost toolbox, top or bottom.
In the Zenith door. And Sonny, did you see any flaking off the RFG?
No.
All right, you didn't
I
see
did
it.
not.
Copy that. Thank you, Sonny. Okay.
I didn't either.
It's on the Zenith door, Butch, and it should be open the Zenith door, and you should just see the open receptacle for the bolt puller, and it should put it right back in place. There's two locking tabs once you get it open.
Sunny, stand by while I plug in the next geocast.
Roger that. Standing by.
If you are just joining us, this is Mission Control Houston providing live coverage of US EVA 92. We are past the 4-hour and 22-minute mark of today's EVA. Today's EVA began at 6:43 a.m. Central, and this spacewalk was the third attempt at the removal of the radio frequency group and S-band antenna.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, ramps out.
Yep.
How's that look?
It looks good. How much more was left for publish?
5 centimeters.
Oh, we're fine. We're good.
Brakes coming off.
Great. All right, I'm going to get out of the arm. Oh, they're so stiff.
Okay. If you want Butch to come on over, he's available.
I might need him again. Sorry about this.
Your hands might be a little bit worn, so I'll send Butch over. And
I got it.
Oh, she got it. Excellent.
Yay, good job.
Yes. All right, so we're looking for a clocking of 6.
6, we go full. Good. Papa.
6, Papa, 6 with 5.
Okay. Just to review this tether swap, just to make sure I remember. Main hook goes on first, correct? Right.
Yeah.
Hello?
The single line is where you count to 12, and then you rotate from there to get to 6, and that'll be 6. And then give us a pull twist check and a check black on black and check the pitch knob locks and can be depressed.
Oh, sorry. That ACFR is in and locked. There's no good twist pull test. With black on black established. I'm talking about my tether swap.
All right, that sounds good.
Just to do a little bit of a recap, at 10:24 a.m. Central Time this morning, Suni Williams surpassed former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson's aggregate record of EVA hours. Whitson currently sits at 60 hours and 21 minutes of aggregate time, and Suni Williams' record keeps mounting at each surpassing time. Suni Williams will have 9 spacewalks completed after today's EVA, while Peggy still has 10 under her belt. Once again, NASA astronaut Suni Williams in red stripes that you are seeing on your screen right now just surpassed the record of total EVA hours by a woman astronaut.
Take one of those tethers.
At 5 hours and 12 minutes into today's EVA, that is NASA astronaut Suni Williams, who is getting ready to get back inside after having completed the cleanup of the RFG worksite.
Tether to it.
All right. Tether to it, so then this off of there. Big one. Big one.
Are you done?
I'm done. Get myself squared away here. All right.
Wait just a second. Okay.
I'm ready to get in.
Come on in.
All right, let's try this.
Let's see if we can do it.
Feet are going to be coming in.
Yep. I'm looking for it. I'm forward.
And we can see here the crew getting back into the airlock as we near the end of US EVA 92.
Butch and Suni, as you're doing this, when you get a chance, let me know when you turned your heckers off.
That's me from getting in.
Okay, feet. You got to bring your feet now.
Yep.
Towards the hatch.
Right?
Yeah, you need to come forward as well. I think your back is catching. And bring your feet forward. Feet forward.
Crew is continuing to ingress into the airlock as they begin repressurization.
All right, now then. See if you can come up.
All right, stand by. I need to get the thermal cover. Second.
And that door is getting closed.
Okay, Sonny.
Take your time.
Mine got back open.
Yeah, stand by.
We'll come back to you.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, sometimes you might be able to get your mini workstation and effector on one of the loops on the center of the thing.
There we go.
All right, release the hook from the storage tether point and attach the hook to the magnetic plate D-ring. Yes, let me know when you both get your heckers off.
All right, connected to the D-ring. I am taking it all the way. Magnet is stuck. My Hecka is
EV2 heck off.
All right, EV1 and 2, the heckers are off, and then, Sonny, you can cinch that strap until snug. Should be 6 lines visible.
I cinched it and it's snug. 6 lines are showing.
We have a little bit of a bird's eye view here coming into you from the equipment lock, where we see the safer unit off of Williams' suit removed.
Airlock Houston on 1 for a couple requests.
And with you, Will. What's up?
Hey, Nick, can you readjust the Node 1 camera for us? We'd like a slightly better view, and also check your wrists.
A really great view coming in right now from the equipment lock of the Quest module aboard the International Space Station. In the center of your screen, you see NASA astronaut Nick Hague, who is helping the crew doff their spacesuits, or eventually doff their spacesuits, but we're going through the various procedures. Both crew have had their safer units removed, and both crew's suits have been attached to the wall brackets in the equipment lock. Work continues to press ahead. And for awareness, we have Suni Williams on the right side of your screen, and she is the crew member wearing the suit with the red stripes. And Butch Wilmore is on the left side of your screen wearing the suit with no markings. Today's tasks included the removal of the RFG, and Wilmore also took microbial swabs around the exterior of the Quest airlock. Those swabs will then be returned to Earth on a future mission for analysis by the science community. Again, thank you so much for joining us today as we followed US EVA 92. This was the 274th spacewalk in support of the International Space Station's assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. With the crew's helmets now off, that will wrap today's coverage. This is Mission Control Houston.
The hatch is closed and locked, and the lock latch is indicating locked.